कैप्टन और शपथ ग्रहण के लिए तैयार है श्रीमान।
देवियों एवं सज्जनों, अब आप देख सकते हैं कैडेट्स आगे बढ़ते हुए पदवी अनुदान के लिए 4 अनुभागों में मंच के सामने खड़े होंगे। वहीं आपकी दाहिनी ओर से जूनियर कैडेट्स एयर क्रू बैचेस लिए और कमीशन होने वाले कैडेट्स के कैप से सफेद बैंड और कंधे से सफेद फ्लैशेस हटाने के लिए अपना स्थान ले रहे हैं। आज कैडेट्स के 4 अनुभागों को माननीय रक्षा मंत्री, वायुसेना अध्यक्ष, एयर ऑफिसर कमांडिंग इन चीफ प्रशिक्षण कमांड और कमांडेंट वायुसेना अकादमी द्वारा पदवी अनुदान की जाएगी।
The trainees being commissioned today are Flying Officer Atul Prakash, Flying Officer Pranav B.S.,
Flying Officer Pranati S. Bargi,
Flying Officer Nairut Reddy,
Flying Officer Mannat Sarao,
Flying Officer Ashutosh Dash,
Flying Officer Abhishek Tiwari,
Flying Officer Mayank Lamba,
Flying Officer Nikhil,
Flying Officer Parakram Singh Sankla,
Flying Officer Yuvraj Singh Waghela,
Flying Officer Charush Khurana,
Flying Officer Tarun Pandit,
Flying Officer Garv Saini,
Flying Officer A. Vijay Mudalyar,
Flying Officer Vishwan Bharadwaj,
Flying Officer Vineet V,
Flying Officer Ankit Kumar,
Flying Officer Navneet Yadav,
Flying Officer Varun Singh,
Flying Officer Arshdeep Singh,
Flying Officer Navyug Gangwar,
Flying Officer Avni Gupta,
Flying Officer Rohit,
Flying Officer Mohit A,
Flying Officer Sonali Santosh,
Flying Officer Raghunandan Singh,
Flying Officer Yashasvi Joshi,
Flying Officer Navroop Singh,
Flying Officer Neeraj Baseda,
Flying Officer Pranav Belur,
Flying Officer Abhishek Singh,
Flying Officer Kavish Gupta,
Flying Officer Sai Sawant,
Flying Officer Arjun Mahajan,
Flying Officer Shubham Kumar,
Flying Officer Gagan Sharma,
Flying Officer Prakhar Mishra.
अगली लाइन बरकरार
Flying Officer Meva Singh Taliwal,
Flying Officer Harita Bharat,
Flying Officer Prachi Sharma,
Flying Officer Kriti Daksh,
Flying Officer Ibn John,
Flying Officer Parth Kanungo,
Flying Officer Venkat Sai Majji,
Flying Officer Surya Kiran,
Flying Officer UJ Arun Kumar,
Flying Officer Aditya Pundir,
Flying Officer Deep Jyoti Roy,
Flying Officer Anand Tilaganji,
Flying Officer Rahul,
Flying Officer Ritvik Mahajan,
Flying Officer Heath Nikhil Gandhi,
Flying Officer Sahil Patil,
Flying Officer Dheeraj Kumar Chaube,
Flying Officer Aditya Kumar Rajawat,
Flying Officer Sandeep Singh,
Flying Officer Dhananjay Singh,
Flying Officer Nilesh Kumar,
Flying Officer Deepak Dahiya,
Flying Officer Bharat Singh Kumaiya,
Flying Officer Vikram Verma,
Flying Officer Ritvik Sharma,
Flying Officer Vineet Dhul,
Flying Officer Vedant Pavde,
Flying Officer Ayan Haider Zaidi,
Flying Officer Pragya Pant,
Flying Officer Prateep Kumar V,
Flying Officer Brahmappa YS,
Flying Officer Vijay Singh,
Flying Officer Amit Kumar Joshi,
Flying Officer Ajay Thandayak, Flying Officer Mohit Pawar,
मध्य लाइन बंद तेज चल।
Flying Officer Harjot Singh,
Flying Officer Jyoti,
Flying Officer Siddhant Singh Thakur,
Flying Officer Aryaputta S. Ranjan,
Flying Officer Mars Malik,
Flying Officer Anurag Baisla,
Flying Officer Gaurav Khatri,
Flying Officer Adarsh,
Flying Officer Divyam Dhawan,
Flying Officer Tarun Jatrana,
Flying Officer Harsh Pratap Singh,
Flying Officer P. Nikhil,
Flying Officer Aniket Malik,
Flying Officer Ashish Kumar,
Flying Officer Vinay Kumar,
Flying Officer Nikhil Pandey,
Flying Officer Rohit Badarwal,
Flying Officer Tushar Rana,
Flying Officer Satyam Kumar Pandey,
Flying Officer Pawan Krishna,
Flying Officer Aditya Kumar Singh,
Flying Officer Sahil Chadha,
Flying Officer Shah Mohammed,
Flying Officer Joseph NDB,
Flying Officer Satyajit Chattopadhyay,
Flying Officer Ujjwal Ranjan,
Flying Officer Pranshu Agarwal,
Flying Officer Devesh Kumar Singh,
Flying Officer Narsimhan,
Flying Officer Kevin Jose,
Flying Officer Vivek Dhiman,
Flying Officer Pradyot Pandey,
Flying Officer Dipanshu Sharma,
Flying Officer Geetika Upadhyay,
Flying Officer Anjali Rana,
Flying Officer Ajay Singh Brar,
Flying Officer Shivanshi Pathak,
Flying Officer Puneet Tiwari,
Flying Officer Sachin Tyagi,
Flying Officer Harsh Rajyan,
Flying Officer Saksham Singh Deswal,
Flying Officer Aditya Narayan Pandey,
Flying Officer Ninad Dandavate,
Flying Officer Divyansh Sharma,
Flying Officer Sagar Jain,
Flying Officer Hitesh Pant,
Flying Officer Saloni Suhag,
Flying Officer Amrinderjeet Singh,
Flying Officer Tanushka Singh,
Flying Officer Adman Singh Lamba,
Flying Officer Himanshu Singh,
Flying Officer Avik Dhama,
Flying Officer Kishore Kumar M,
Flying Officer Aditya Gupta,
Flying Officer Bhanu Prakash,
Flying Officer Ayush Kumar,
Flying Officer Sachin Kumar Soni,
Flying Officer Sohan Goswami,
Flying Officer Ajay Vikram Singh Bisht,
Flying Officer Mansi Ghansala,
Flying Officer Gurpreet Singh,
Flying Officer Pradyumn Patel,
Flying Officer Sachin Yadav,
Flying Officer Siddharth Mohan,
Flying Officer T. Amit Reddy,
Flying Officer Swarnim Sinha,
Flying Officer Harshit Kumar Tiwari,
Flying Officer Dishant Solat,
Flying Officer Lata Kaushik,
Flying Officer Sumit Negi,
अगली लाइन मार को मत तेज चल
Flying Officer Riya Mishra,
Flying Officer Khushi Sachdev,
Flying Officer Karmanya Fashwal,
Flying Officer Sonika Jatrana,
Flying Officer Suraj Uday Madangiri,
Flying Officer M. Chandrasekhar,
Flying Officer Ajay Kataria,
Flying Officer Anirudh RL,
Flying Officer Deepu Singh,
Flying Officer Ryan Hendricks,
Flying Officer Asif Hussain,
Flying Officer Karanjot Singh,
Flying Officer Manivandan G,
Flying Officer Prasanna Kumar Manna,
Flying Officer Harsh Malwal,
Flying Officer Pat Jakmola,
Flying Officer C. Karthik Reddy,
Flying Officer Gokul Kumar Patil,
Flying Officer Tanmay Patil,
Flying Officer Ashutosh Pandey,
Flying Officer Yashima Ahlawat,
Flying Officer Devesh Budhori,
Flying Officer Sudhanshu Gupta,
Flying Officer Abhishek Kumar,
Flying Officer Shailesh Bisht,
Flying Officer Rohan Paul,
Flying Officer Neeraj Tiwari,
Flying Officer Abhishek Kumar Singh,
Flying Officer Amar Upadhyay,
Flying Officer Divyanshu Jangir,
Flying Officer Pradyumn Asthana,
Flying Officer Rohan Pethe,
Flying Officer Kajal Agarwal,
Flying Officer Chandan,
मध्य लाइन मार को मत
Flying Officer Amartya Dhami,
Flying Officer Siddharth Karel,
Flying Officer Sriraj V,
Flying Officer Nitin Singh Bisht,
Flying Officer Bhanu Sharma,
Flying Officer Aman Verma,
Flying Officer Krishan Nandan Mondal,
Flying Officer Ajit Kumar SS,
Flying Officer Ashish Verma,
Flying Officer Hardik Bhatt,
Flying Officer Himanshu,
Flying Officer Sravan,
Flying Officer Vipin Kumar Malik,
Flying Officer Paritosh Sharma,
Flying Officer Hitesh Sontake,
Flying Officer Harmeet Thukran,
Flying Officer Rishabh Dubey,
Flying Officer Abhijit,
Flying Officer Himanshu Sharma,
Flying Officer Sitanshu Kochar,
Flying Officer Karan Sobti,
Flying Officer Rohit Yadav,
Flying Officer Sitanshu Mishra,
Flying Officer Shubham Sharma,
Flying Officer Himanshu Bhavsar,
Flying Officer Kanishk Mishra,
Flying Officer Santosh Kumar,
Flying Officer Rahul Dangi,
Flying Officer APS Bhadoria,
Flying Officer Sarthak Trigun,
Flying Officer Nitin Sangwan,
Flying Officer Arjun Singh Jaswal,
Flying Officer Aditya Mohanty,
Flying Officer Tanya Singh, Flying Officer Basavraj G,
मार को मत तेज चल
Now, the Honorable Raksha Mantri and Chief of the Air Staff would award wings to 8 officers of the Indian Navy, 9 officers of the Indian Coast Guard, and 2 foreign trainees from Vietnam. Lieutenant Shubham Agarwal.
Assistant Commandant Bhushan Pawar.
Lieutenant Akash Kumar Mehta.
Assistant Commandant Anish Kumar Daksh.
Lieutenant Gaurav Pratap Singh.
Assistant Commandant Abhishek Sangwan.
Lieutenant Galio MacLean Lima.
Assistant Commandant Siddhant Dhondiyal.
Sub-Lieutenant Surender R.
Deputy Commandant Sumit Kumar.
Sub-Lieutenant Pugalmati M.
Assistant Commandant Surikant Butola.
Sub-Lieutenant Tushar Malik.
Assistant Commandant Vishal Chauhan.
Lieutenant Aditya.
Assistant Commandant Arjun Kalia.
Flight Cadet Wu Kha Thai from Vietnam.
Assistant Commandant Ram Prabhu J.
Flight Cadet Pham Tran An from Vietnam.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now come to the crowning moment for individual achievers, wherein the Honorable Raksha Mantri would felicitate the award winners. President's plaque, first in order of merit, flying branch, goes to Flying Officer Atul Prakash. The Sword of Honor goes to Flying Officer Atul Prakash. President's plaque, first in order of merit, ground duty officer's course, goes to Flying Officer Amrinder Jeet Singh of Accounts Branch. The Commandant, Air Force Academy, will now administer the oath to the newly commissioned officers.
आप सब मेरे मैं बोलने के पश्चात आप सब मेरे मैं बोलने के पश्चात अपना रैंक और नाम बोलें और मेरे साथ दोहराएं। मैं ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूं कि मैं विधि द्वारा स्थापित भारत के संविधान के प्रति सच्ची निष्ठा और वफादारी रखूंगा और मैं भारतीय संघ की भारतीय वायुसेना में सेवा के प्रति वचनबद्ध रूप में ईमानदारी और विश्वसनीयता के साथ सेवा करूंगा और जहां भी आदेश किया जाए हवाई, भूमि या समुद्री मार्ग से जाऊंगा और अपनी जान की आखिरी सांस तक भारत के राष्ट्रपति और मेरे ऊपर रखे गए किसी भी अफसर के सभी आदेशों को मानूंगा और उनका पालन करूंगा।
आपके हिफाजत के लिए तैयार है श्रीमान।
Ladies and gentlemen,